Producer of the broadcast assume responsibility for the production and content of the program.
Had plenty to be thankful for Wednesday night. Despite some occasional high flying, the Bucks hang around with lowly Chicago far too long to suit the coach. With their superior skills apparent but often hidden, the Bucks add to the unexpected suspense. In the end, they avoid a pre-holiday turkey and even regain a share of the division lead. Good teams win, even when they make it tough. Tonight, the Bucks plan to cash another winning ticket in Boston. Tonight, the Bucks match 7-5 records with the Celtics at the Fleet Center in Boston. Good evening and welcome to Bucks Basketball with John McLaughlin. I'm Jim Paschke. We trust that your holiday weekend is going along very well. The Bucks hope theirs improves. They did beat Chicago on Wednesday night, but they have not had their A game the last three starts. However, this team is still very upbeat.
They are upbeat, Jim, because they have a lot of confidence in their abilities. They know they can play some good basketball, especially at the offensive end. The problem is, in these last three games, they have not sustained intensity. They haven't come to play at the defensive end, which is what they need to do every night, and they've got to bring it here tonight.
We know what to expect from Boston and a Rick Pitino Celtic team. So does Tractor Trailer.
Young running ball club. Antoine Walker's good. Paul Pierce is good. Kenny Anderson's good. I mean, so it's one of those things where those guys are going to come out, they're going to press and run, and you have to match their intensity level. And if you can match their intensity level and then get around the pressure a little bit and beat the press a couple times long, it makes them want to settle back and try and play more of a half-court basketball game.
These teams are very similar. Both have 7-5 records. Both play the trapping pressure defense, and both are active and at times explosive offensively.
They are, Jim. They're very similar, and that's what will be fun tonight to watch. They're both athletic. They both can score, and they know they can score. You can see we've got some good pick setters right here. But they're also going to come out and trap and pressure, and I think it's important that the Bucks get ready to run at both ends and get up and down the court and not turn the ball over.
Don't give all your keys away. We'll be back with those and have our individual matchup for you next. This is Bucks Basketball on the Bucks Television Network.
Milwaukee Bucks Basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Is Miller Lite better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth? You decide. Taste a true Pilsner. Your Milwaukee and surrounding area Chrysler, Plymouth, and Jeep dealers. Pepsi, the joy of cola. Pepsi Cola is proud to be the choice of your Milwaukee Bucks. Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. Dodge, do not follow, do not conform, be different.
Come to McDonald's and celebrate Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 2 with your favorite toys as candy dispensers. Collect all 6. They do tricks.
Get the car.
Which way, Rex? Right? I mean left.
Look out!
We're doomed!
Don't worry, we're here.
Where's the only place to get your Toy Story 2 candy dispensers? Did somebody say McDonald's?
And one incredibly handsome Buzz Lightyear candy dispenser.
I'm getting mashed here.
The Miller Brewery Tour. A fascinating look into more than 140 years of brewing history.
And if you're not into history, there's always the free samples.
The Miller Brewery Tour, where it's Miller time all the time. 42nd and State, Milwaukee.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, this Friday and Saturday only, you've got just 2 days to deal on Jeep Cherokee. Get this low $279 a month Cherokee Sport lease with $1278 due at signing and get all these features at no extra charge. Plus, we'll waive the security deposit. And while you're here, check out this incredible $359 a month lease on the rugged and powerful Grand Cherokee Laredo. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's going on now at your Jeep dealer.
You are the best. We're here today to show you that even the best can get better.
Let's go, come on, guys. Let's go.
As an NBA mascot consultant, my research shows this is fun. What the? Yes, nice, guys. What are you, anyway? Hey! Feel the burn, baby. Oh, nice, nice. I like that.
We're back at the Fleet Center. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Dodge. Take a different road. Head in a different direction. Make a statement. Dodge different.
In tonight's game, it's important that the Bucks have good offensive spacing because the Celtics in the half-court game, they'll come out, try to trap and force turnovers. Number two, it's important that you contain their draw and kick game. They penetrate the paint very well, then kick for the jumpers, and they lead the league in three-point shooting. Finally, the Bucks have to get back on defense. You better run because they're going to run on every opportunity.
The featured matchup tonight individually comes at small forward. Glenn Robinson's game is rounding out. He leads the Bucks in rebounds and three-point shooting. He'll need the whole package tonight. Glenn also coming off a team-leading 22 points against Chicago. Tonight, he will face the surprise player in the NBA, Adrian Griffin. After 3 CBA seasons, the 25-year-old rookie has opened some NBA eyes in a hurry.
Well, Jim, I'm anxious to see Griffin. We've heard a lot about him. This is a guy that plays with a lot of maturity, and of course, Glenn has the experience, and he can use it tonight.
We'll be back with the Bucks and the Celtics from the Fleet Center in Boston. You're watching the Bucks Television Network.
Surely that can't be the trash bag she wanted taken out. Perhaps she's forgotten. A man's boot has been known to flatten garbage to the density of a fruitcake. That's right. Looks like someone just engineered himself a more efficient use of his time. Now that's living the high life.
The V6 Passat.
Nice car.
Quick, responsive, room for 4.
Hang on. I saw this in a movie once.
Mr. Callahan?
Yeah.
We've got your seats.
Oh, come in.
You look a little bit like Glenn Robinson.
I am Glenn Robinson.
I like that very much.
Oh, that's nice, Robert. Dorothy, where can I get this stuff?
Here's a little something for the effort.
Sorry, sir. No gratuities.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Gold Collection.
That's grade A merchandise. Too good for us.
That's USDA choice. Out of our league.
That's quality stuff. What do you want to do?
Let's take the whole collection.
Prestige Gold, pork, poultry, and choice beef at the new Century. Hey, it's a big deal.
We are set for basketball at the Fleet Center in Boston. Last season, the Bucks swept the 3-game series with the Celtics. They have won 4 in a row against Boston and 3 consecutive games here at the Fleet Center. And John, as we prepare, I think the Celtics present a dichotomy for the Bucks. What the Celtics do well offensively, they struggle with defensively. For example, they draw and kick, but they are vulnerable to the draw and kick. They space, but they are vulnerable to spacing because their traps aren't as effective when teams space well against them. Those are 2 examples. It'll be interesting to see how the Bucks can exploit what the Celtics favor on offense.
Well, I agree with you, Jim. And you look at the stats, you look at the team stats, both of these teams have played the same number of games. And statistically, they're very close. They're very even. One area that Boston jumps up on the Bucks a little bit in, Boston's a better rebounding team. And that's been an Achilles heel to some extent for the Bucks at times. And so that's something they're going to have to concentrate on and think on. If they come in here, the Bucks that is, and don't shoot the ball that well, the Celtics have an opportunity with their scattering, fast-paced, good offensive rebounding to get some of those and control the boards and get some back at their end as they miss. So I think this is going to be an exciting basketball game. I kind of feel that the Bucks need one and the Celtics want it.
Boston cuts and penetrates on offense, and yet they allow teams to drive the middle on penetration. So it will be very interesting to see what happens tonight. Let's take a look at our lineups. Glenn Robinson, Robert Traylor, Irvin Johnson, Sam Cassell, and Ray Allen for the Bucks. Antoine Walker, Adrian Griffin, Purvis Ellison, Kenny Anderson is the point guard, and Paul Pierce is also a member of the Boston Celtic backcourt. The lineups are brought to you by the new Century Foods. Because we buy more, you pay less. It's a big deal. George Karl's club 7-5. George had hoped to win at least 7 games in the month of November, so that has been accomplished. And now he has a chance at 9. Rick Pitino's team also 7-5. The Celtics have been blessed with a very favorable home schedule in the opening month of this season. Irvin Johnson and Purvis Ellison. Boston leads the season series. The Bucks have one of the better records against the Celtics historically among NBA teams. Joey Crawford in his 23rd NBA season works with Hank Armstrong and Michael Smith. We're underway and the Bucks control the ball. Sam Cassell against Kenny Anderson in a post. And that is what Sam Cassell wants to do. He is 10 for his last 37 coming into the game. Struggling offensively. If he can post up Anderson and get some jump shots to go, it will go a long way for the Bucks.
Jim, it tells you how well he was shooting earlier in the year, because his shooting percentage on the year is still excellent.
Anderson answers. So the point guards have the first 2 points each way tonight.
And Anderson's been playing some very fine basketball for them. He will really push it. He's over the top there on the post-up. Bucks come back to the same play. Cassell's always been a very fine post-up player. He can take even bigger people in. In this case, he's just a bit taller than Anderson.
Sam Cassell has always done well against Boston, and he enjoys the Celtic pressure game. Glenn Robinson and the Bucks are 2 for 2.
Jim, on the weak side that time, Irvin Johnson and Ray Allen kind of hooked up, and Irvin comes out of there limping a bit. Ray had fallen to the floor.
Paul Pierce for 3.
And remember, we talked about their perimeter game. You're going to see it tonight, how they can shoot the ball.
The 3 puts Boston in front, 5-4. Cassell to the middle, about a 16-footer coming away for Robinson. He goes back to Sam. The Bucks move the ball very well. Allen 3. Ray Allen drains a triple. And the Bucks answer with a 3 of their own.
Jim, that was pretty. That was ball movement coming off at the rebound, snapping it around and finding the opening.
Ball tipped out by Allen. Adrian Griffin, and Pierce takes another 3 and hits it.
Now remember what I talked about a moment ago. They're a pretty good rebounding team at 43 rebounds a game. The Bucks are at 38. There's an example of getting it back and scoring it.
Every 3-point shot made by the Bucks brings a $50 donation. Compliments of Piggly Wiggly. The Piggly Wiggly 3-point power pop. Milwaukee with 1 so far. Griffin takes it away. Adrian Griffin second in the league in steals. You have to watch that kid. He'll steal rebounds right out of your hands. And we get a walk. Antoine Walker on the turnover.
Now Griffin, Jim, you know, even though he's a rookie, he comes with some experience, as you had indicated before. And he plays with a lot of knowledge of this game. There's a good look at him. That time he read the baseline pass very well and was there.
Cassell going right to the post up again, and he draws another foul. Kenny Anderson.
And the best way to check a guy's game is put him on the bench with fouls. Kenny Anderson is probably going to have to go out of the ball game. It's his second foul. The Bucks will go at him again right away. They're going to leave him in. And I'm a little surprised that I would come right back up the next time and run a post-up play at him again. He's going to play soft.
Anderson looked at Rick Pitino and said, "Don't take me out. Let me stay." I agree with you. Go right at him again. Get 3 fouls on Anderson, then you have something going.
That's right.
Dana Barros would come off the bench to play point guard, and he has always struggled against Milwaukee's pressure game.
Well, and Anderson's really having a good year, and he's a key guy to that draw and kick situation. And look at him. Look at him run their offense against the Bucks, getting it all the way to the baseline and working that baseline. They've got some offensive skills. There's no question about it. Look at this. Griffin, he's the man that provides the penetration, gives the pass to Pierce.
Paul Pierce at the line, shooting 1. Paul Pierce already has 8 points tonight. The foul on Tractor Trailer. The Celtics lead by a deuce. And they get it quickly. And Kenny Anderson again. And they didn't have to go at him very hard. Anderson will sit, so the Bucks able to exploit Kenny Anderson's soft defense at the moment. The quick first step by Cassell leads to 3 fouls.
And Jim, that's the new rule that got him there. Even though he went through the screen, he put his hands on his hip just for a moment. That got him the 3rd foul. That's the best for the Bucks, because now with 3 rather than 2, he'll have to sit longer in this half. That's into the 2nd quarter.
That's the experience of Cassell. He worked him twice in a post-up situation, and then used the quick first step for the 3rd foul on the perimeter. Ball knocked away. Doug Overton,
who just came in, by the way. Now he gets a big take.
Purvis Ellison on the rebound. Patino going with Overton initially instead of Barros. Overton has not had a lot of playing time. He misses the deep 2. The rebound off to Trailer.
I think he's concerned about the matchup defensively if Barros comes in, Jim. That's probably why he's gone with Overton.
Well, Patino knows that Barros has struggled against Milwaukee's pressure.
And he's a lot smaller. And Cassell can take Barros into the post-up easier than he could Overton. Overton's not that big, but bigger than Barros.
Under 8.5 minutes in the first quarter. Antoine Walker goes to the corner. Paul Pierce. A shovel pass along the baseline from Purvis Ellison.
See, the weak side has to drop quicker because Irvin Johnson went to the double team on the baseline.
Purvis Ellison missed last season with an ankle injury. He's back for the Celtics in his 11th NBA season.
He's got to cover some territory in terms of getting up, to intimidate some shots, and so is rebound. There's one.
Antoine Walker on the handle. 3 in. Paul Pierce.
Now, Jim, you got to be up in his jersey. He's already shown you. I mean, we know he can shoot it. Tonight he's shooting it well, so you better be there, not just facing him up, but all the way up.
Robinson stumbles, and the reason is he was fouled. Purvis Ellison.
Now, they're a team that we've talked about. You can score on them defensively, but they're a team also that can come at you and take some turnovers. They're a team that will challenge the ball and double team at times, and we've seen that occur already where they've been able to get a steal here or there.
Trailer on the putback off the Robinson miss. Irvin Johnson has it. Hard to the basket. Irvin Johnson. It's 16-13 Boston. There's the drop pass inside. Antoine Walker from Purvis Ellison.
That was a give and go. Gave it up. Went almost back door. Had the lob right there. The defender has to keep his eye on both the man and the ball.
Purvis Ellison picks up his 2nd. And that is the 15th foul on Boston.
See, Walker gives the ball up to Ellison, then makes a cut, gets behind Trailer, and lays it in.
That was the first defensive rebound of the game, and it came 5 minutes into the game with 7 minutes remaining.
Shooting 2. That's incredible. At least it's interesting. If not incredible.
Irvin Johnson hitting the 2nd free throw. EJ, a 52% free throw shooter this season. The Bucks trail by 4, 18-14.
He's really a better free throw shooter than that on the season. He will be as it moves along.
Paul Pierce and Sam Cassell will be called for using the hands on the drive. That's the first on Sam and the 2nd on the Bucks. We have a timeout with 6:48 remaining in the first quarter at the Fleet Center.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball is brought to you by your Milwaukee area Volkswagen dealers. Taco Bell. Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Piggly Wiggly, Primeco Personal Communications, and by your Toyota dealers.
You know, there's more to life than beer. There's, okay, give me a minute here. Boy, there's gotta be something. Sometimes you just have to stop and smell the beer. Okay, that's long enough. Ice brewed so there's never any watered down taste. Ice House. Enjoy.
The home team is committed. Committed to getting into the playoffs. Committed to getting families into homes. Along with neighborhood revitalization efforts, the home team is breaking down the barriers to home ownership, sponsoring home buying fairs, and providing free information. The Bucks and the Fannie Mae Foundation, Milwaukee's home team.
Call the Bucks office right now and get a great ticket offer for tomorrow's game against Philadelphia. You can get a $17 ticket for just $10. Members of the Bucks sales staff are standing by to take your order during the game tonight. Call 227-0500 right now before the end of our broadcast to get your Bucks ticket special. It pays to watch the Bucks on WCGV and the Bucks television network. Back in Boston, it's 18-14 Celtics. Antoine Walker down main, put back from Poppinko, and it's knocked out from below. That's a basket.
See, it starts with penetration, Jim. When you penetrate, that draws the wings in defensively. Then you're not matched up for a block out. Violation. I didn't catch what it does. It comes back to the Celtics, though, so the Bucks might have stepped in or out of bounds after the catch or in bounds before the pass.
Hank Armstrong talking with Joey Crawford about the clock, making sure it's set. 6:37 with a full 24. In for Walker off the inbound pass. Oh, man, that'll drive a coach crazy right there.
Well, it should.
Ray Allen, reverse, no. Potopico got a hand on it. He knocks it away for Walker. 3-on-2 break. Walker gives it up. Paul Pierce.
Needless to say, the Celtics feel it. They're playing excellent basketball. They've done very little wrong already in this game. They're shooting from the outside. That's a transition opportunity, and their defense has been respectable. There's a turnover.
Griffin with his second steal. He has picked Robinson twice.
That was the bad pass, though. That was Ray Allen's fault. He laid it down on the side Griffin was on, and he was there as he was coming around from underneath. Bucks get a take back.
Glenn knew that he had to protect the ball tonight against the #2 steals man in the league. Back out for Robinson. Pierce over to help out on him. And that ball is out of bounds. It touched nothing.
That's interesting, Jim. Either for him to come up that short, I thought it was either blocked, which should have been the Bucks ball then, because the last guy to touch it would have been the defender, or he was hit on the arm.
Right. George Karl counters Boston's athletic skill with Tim Thomas. Thomas picks up Pierce, and he picks up a foul. A little too much body on the curl. Pierce making the turn, and Thomas got him.
And Pierce has it all going right now. He hit those 3 jumpers, and then the last few times he's been able to do this, penetrate and go to the basket. It shows you his versatility. From threes to all the way to the iron.
Shot clock under 10 for Antoine Walker. He kicks it out to the corner. There's the draw and kick game, and it works for Paul Pierce. Another three-pointer.
Now, see, I don't think you should lean in from Pierce. Why be in between? Either be all the way on Walker, which was too far out, or stay out there on Pierce, who's absolutely deadly right now.
Pierce commits the foul on the shot, and he is clobbered by Irvin Johnson, who was crashing for the rebound after the whistle. So Paul Pierce picks up the foul. J.R. Reed will get the call from the Bucks bench now. Take another look.
I think Pierce is just a little shaken up on this, Jim. With this kind of contact, he's holding his left rib, and he was asked to be taken out. That's perhaps a good sign for the Bucks, because Pierce has been absolutely lightning out here in this first quarter.
Pierce just telling Rick Pitino that his side or rib is hurting, rib area. Albert Cheney has come on for Boston. A Purdue man on the line. Cheney crashes in, tries to get the rebound. He played at Indiana. The rebound going to Antoine Walker. 5 minutes remaining in the opening period. The Bucks trail by 13. Vitaly Potapico up for Walker, and he gives it right back to him.
They're running excellent quick action offense, and the Bucks are getting lost. And as you can see, they're opening up big lead right now, and the Bucks better change the course of this or the game will be over right here. And that's what the coach knows.
Milwaukee down 15 with a timeout. 4:47 remaining in period number 1.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, you've got this Friday and Saturday only, just 2 days to deal, with a special offer for qualified lessees on any new Chrysler. You can also get $12.50 cash allowance or low APR financing on Plymouth Voyager. You'll find big savings on a huge selection of award-winning minivans. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's this Friday and Saturday only. See your Milwaukee and surrounding area Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Taco Bell introduces the Chalupa.
Ooh.
With a shell so crispy.
Ay, ay, ay.
So flaky.
Oh.
So chewy and tasty.
Hurt me.
You'll wonder why we put anything in them at all.
Por favor, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on one now for just 99 cents. If you don't love it, we'll give you your money back. Only at Taco Bell.
Board meeting.
We had a feeling three-point shooting would be a factor tonight. Boston third in the league. Milwaukee is currently fifth. The league leaders brought to you by your Milwaukee and surrounding area Chrysler, Plymouth, and Jeep dealers. And is it a factor? Paul Pierce 4 for 4 on three-point shots, 6 for 7 overall. Paul Pierce has 17 points, and we have played 7-13.
It's amazing. I mean, the Celtics are absolutely perfect at this point. This is a little how Utah was when they were in Milwaukee a week ago. Sam Cassell counters. Now is when the Bucks have got to get some of this back. I'm having to say this too often these last 3 games, but this is the end that they've got to make a difference in, because the Celtics offense, look at it. Look how crisp it is and how they've been able to lose defenders by moving the ball around and people around.
Milwaukee with 1 defensive rebound. And now 2.
When you shoot 75%, there aren't that many, and they've been able to get, they've had 3 offensive rebounds of the few they've missed, Jim. The Celtics, that is, so there haven't been a lot for the Bucks to get, but they better get them the way they're shooting now. When they miss, you better not give them a reload.
Well, the Celtics have only missed 5 shots,
yeah.
So 2 rebounds in 5 is 40% of the rebounds.
Right.
You have to quantify and qualify those numbers sometimes. Vitaly Potapico, hook shot good. Potapico with 6. of 18, 72%. You recall the Bucks gave up an 82% quarter to the Bulls the other night. Tim Thomas to make it 31-18. Couple of 15-point leads so far by the Celtics at 29-14 and 31-16. Walker at the top. He shows it, then shoots and hits over J.R. Reed.
Walker is very quick with the ball, and so you have to respect his ability to take it to the iron. So when he steps at you like that, the defender goes back, leaving the jumper open.
Walker pulls the rebound away from 2 Bucks. Walker dancing around the three-point line. Overton goes right back to him for the triple.
See, I don't see why you give a little lean help on Overton to leave Walker open on threes the way he's shooting also. Same thing I said earlier with Pierce. You guys that are draining it when they can shoot it anyway, then they're red hot. You got to be there.
Cassell inside, swatted out of there by Calvert Cheney with 3 on the shot clock. A power block.
Penetrate, good interior defense to come over and block and give help. It might have been a basket.
Danny Manning checks in for Milwaukee. 3 on the shot clock. Cassell has Pierce all over him. Gets his own rebound and is blocked from behind by Paul Pierce. Under 2 minutes in the quarter. Potampico inside off the pass from Overton.
Well, I'll tell you what this is, Jim. This is just a very good offensive team with good quick action offense, a lot of movement. Everybody's involved, and they're just eating the Bucks up right now.
The lead is 20. Wow. J.R. Reed fouled by Potampico. Potampico got a hand on the pass and then went up for the block and commits the foul.
Well, Jim, the Bucks have found themselves in this type of position the last 3 games, not this early. Look at the pass inside. But it isn't about offense, it's about defense. When you get in a deficit like this early, you can come up and fiddle with it and do all this kind of stuff at this end, but you better stop them at the other end. And I mean, the Celtics offense has been a machine here.
Number 4, Tony Battie. Checks into the Celtics lineup.
Tony Battie for Vitaly Potampico. Battie, a rebounder, a guy who can get block shots. He plays above the rim, so Boston keeps bringing talent. They are very athletic, very long, and very active.
Yeah, and they'll keep coming at you. You're right. They've got good depth at every position, mostly youth.
Overton draws the defense, kicks it out for the 3. This one is too strong. Knocked back out of there, however. And they'll reload. Antoine Walker, his 3 comes away for Cassell.
Here's a quick action, quick post up. See, even though the double team's there, Danny can turn and get that shot quickly because the double team comes from behind. It's not taking the jumper away.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Antoine Walker on the baseline looking for the pass. There's the swing. A rhythm 3, no. Pierce follows his own shot and commits the rebound. I should say the foul.
That's about the only thing he's done wrong. It's interesting, people don't think that's a foul, neither does he, but it has to be. Look over the back, he comes up short finally. Cassell inside, drawing the foul. He'll get to the line.
He replaces Paul Pierce. Sam Cassell at the line shooting 2.
More replacements now for Boston. Walter McCarty and Dana Barros replacing Overton and Walker. Adrian Griffin has checked back in a moment ago. Tony Battie, the 5th Celtic on the floor.
Well, and you see how deep they're going into the bench. You just talked about that.
38-24. The Bucks have 6 unanswered points after Boston took a 20-point lead at 30-18.
The Bucks show a 1-2-2.
Danny Manning with hands for the foul. 33.9 seconds remaining in the quarter now. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes of the quarter.
See how quickly they've been snapping the ball around, Jim. I mean, that's really been able to get them some shots. And look, inside positioning by Calvert Cheney. No block out, no rebound. And the way they've been shooting it, when they miss like that, the Bucks need to get those boards.
Boston has exploded offensively with point guard Kenny Anderson on the bench with 3 early fouls. Things look good for a moment, and then Boston exploded. Barros off the take. Quick bust out. Batiste. A pull-up jumper. 42-24 with 4/10 of a second remaining.
Well, their defense has been quite good, Jim. Their offense has been great. Their defense has been quite good, and they have just come in here and just stung the Bucks early. Now the Bucks have to make this quarter their quarter.
An 18-point Boston lead after 1.
Hey, Mark, thanks to you now, everything's .com, you know? Beachballs.com, arugulasalad.com. I mean, .com on.
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, .com, Padre. We both like Miller Lite for the same reason. It tastes great, un-commonly so.
You know I like it because it's so smooth.
Ooh, I guess we're in .compatible, huh?
Not if you lose the lane .comedy.
Hey, that's a good .com back.
Miller Lite, taste a true Pilsner.
.com here often?
The new BMW 3 Coupe from $29,560.
Visit your local BMW center for a test drive.
What if Hollywood didn't spend money on special effects?
No, no, no.
Watch them do it right on TLC. See how the pros really make big-budget blockbusters closer than ever before. Watch the masters create maximum fear, pump the adrenaline, and set up big bangs. You are there. The action never stops with ultimate special effects. Sunday at 8, 7 Central on TLC.
I could do that.
Stop the pig! Parents know if there's one thing we kids like to do, it's eat. Which is why they like Shoppy Dad's Piggly Wiggly. Because they save lots of money on the things they buy. Seems like that's a big deal. But what they don't get is why we kids like the pig so much. Does it remind us of Old MacDonald? Or the movie with the talking pig? Oh yeah, whatever. Piggly Wiggly! Shoppy Pig!
The Bucks have a score to settle with the New York Knicks after an overtime loss at Madison Square Garden. We'll have that game for you on Midwest Sports Channel on Thursday at 7 o'clock. That's our next televised game, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. It's cold filtered, never heat pasteurized.
Well, Jim, the shooting percentage is bad enough, 67-42. So they're hitting him from the outside as well as in. But look, in the paint, the Celtics have 20 points. The Bucks 4.
Milwaukee with an advantage from the free throw line. 7 out of 10. Boston just 1 free throw with a make.
They didn't need him.
Didn't need him at all. That's the point. Rebounding 11-7 Boston. Albert Chaney on the miss from about 8 feet. Here come the Bucks. Ball off Chaney.
Well,
that's what Sam thought.
Well, I think he tried to make the officials think it, but Chaney reached in, hit it, but then Sam came down on top of the ball again. Watch. Right there. Sam hit it, and he tried to make the officials believe he didn't, I believe. They were on it.
Adrian Griffin kicks it out to the corner. And a block called against Sam Cassell.
Draw and kick. Sam gets out there to try to run for the jump shot. Chaney, he's coming the other way. He's not positioned yet. He's still moving.
More draw and kick. Chaney with the 3, and Cassell pulls it in. Well, we've seen Boston use the draw and kick game. You penetrate about halfway, get the defense committed, then kick it back out for a deuce or a triple. Many triples in the case of the Celtics, and that ball goes in for the Bucks. J.R. Reed.
It's the nearest offensive player gets credit for the tap-in when a defensive player knocks it in the basket.
Tell you what, Boston must feel they're going pretty well if they can score for the Bucks. Ball stripped away. Thomas and Ellis there. Ellis on a push. He has Thomas in front, and the pass is to no one. Over the head and reach of Sam Cassell.
Well, that was the defender that stepped up inside. Look at this tap back that Reed will get credit for. Cheney's the one that tapped it in. It was the defender that stepped up between Ellis and Cassell to force Ellis to throw that ball over him and out of bounds.
Tony Batiste. Danny Manning on the other end. 44-28.
Two-man game. You can see Benny steps up. They want to push baseline on the pick and roll.
Adrian Griffin to the basket. Good work by the Bucks. Ellis collecting that loose ball, and he finds Del Negro.
And Jim Griffin's a left-handed player. You want to play on that left side a little, forcing him back the other way. He just missed it, but he had a good look at it.
To me, that is one of the underrated advantages in this league as Del Negro hits. I think left-handed players have a far greater advantage than people realize.
Oh, I do too. I think it helped Russell all those years as a shot blocker. I think it throws a number of people off. Now, they've got two guys on the court right now that are left-handed, and both of them are factors. Cheney's the other guy, and you know, guys don't always think that. They're used to playing right-handed guys, so they match up that way a lot. That's why you got to have your head in the game.
It's a right-handed world and a right-handed game. Kenny Anderson, a rare left-handed point guard. He's not playing right now for Boston. Cheney on the miss, too strong. Manning rebounds.
Yeah, they have three left-handed players on their team that I'm aware of, unless someone else is there that I haven't picked up.
Reed is open for that shot. Adrian Griffin on the rebound. Griffin leads Boston in boards with 8.3 per. Great takeaway. Thomas, bust out. He has McCarty back. It doesn't matter. Jam home. Tim Thomas, 44-32.
Now, you saw his skills there. First at the defensive end on the take, and then the ball control and the dunk. That's what the Bucks need. That was exciting.
We'll step aside on the Bucks Television Network.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball is brought to you by your Toyota dealers, Midwest Express Airlines, McDonald's Restaurants of Southeastern Wisconsin, Primeco Personal Communications, Potawatomi Bingo Casino, and by BMW.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, this Friday and Saturday only, you've got just 2 days to deal on Jeep Cherokee. Get this low $279 a month Cherokee Sport lease with $1278 due at signing and get all these features at no extra charge. Plus, we'll waive the security deposit. And while you're here, check out this incredible $359 a month lease on the rugged and powerful Grand Cherokee Laredo. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's going on now at your Jeep dealer.
There's only one card that can get you into your favorite golf resort. Only one that can get you a free cruise aboard the most popular cruise line in the world. Only one that can get you free seats at Wimbledon. It's not American Express. And it's not Visa. It's the Firekeepers Club card, only at Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Membership's free. Get points for prizes whenever you play bingo or slots. It's our Supreme Privileges program. Don't leave Potawatomi without it.
Casey McEwen of Cedarburg has a great question tonight. The Microsoft email question of the game. What record do the Bucks need to achieve at home to be a contender in the playoffs?
Well, actually, Jim, what you do at home during the season doesn't really determine exactly how you play in the playoffs. It's a great question, but, you know, George Karl says he'd like to win 30-31 home games.
You have to protect the home court is the point. You'd like to win 30-31. You win half of your road games, about 20, 21 road games. Then you're at 50 or 51. And, John, you have a great chance to get home court advantage.
Sure you do, Jim. I'm just saying that playing well during the season in the home court doesn't necessarily mean you will in the playoffs. Yeah, but it gives you that advantage you're talking about. You got to protect the home.
Paul Pierce has 5 3-point baskets. How about 20 points for Pierce with about 8.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter?
Boy, he's just a good-looking player. Just the way he handles himself and the things he can do. Really enjoy watching him.
Adrian Griffin has has his third steal, a retake, Del Negro, and great passing to Thomas for the jam from Reed. You don't have to make a great pass when you're out in front like that, but the Bucks moved the ball to the open man, and it was an easy deuce. Defense creates offense.
Pierce was too close to the basket that time. But see, the Bucks challenged defensively and made it a more difficult shot.
Reed thought about it, but T had him sealed. He works to the post, the paint. They're going to count it.
Let me get closer.
And one.
See, he knew what he wanted to do. Good job. They stay in single coverage, and then he just explodes to the middle and draws a lot of contact.
J.R. Reed on the line. Patino questioning the call. The foul on Tony Battie, and
that's the dumbfounded look. Like, can you give it? Well, now attenuation. And
now, what do we have here? Now they say the ball's on the side. So no basket.
So Patino was right. It was too far out on the floor to give him continuation.
Well, they signaled, Michael Smith signaled basket right away. Ray Allen inside. No question about that one. Game clock ticking towards 7 minutes, second quarter. Vitaly Potapico at the top. Here's Pierce. He has the red-hot hand tonight with 20 points. Walker with a hook shot. Antoine Walker allegedly was upset that Boston did not take Nazir Mohammed, a friend of his, and took Paul Pierce instead. You think he feels that way now? That's why they have coaches and general managers, Antoine. That's an air ball by Ellis. Pierce. Walker, +1. Tim Thomas.
Good hustle. Penetration, again, disturbs the defense. Look, Bucks watching, but in the meantime, block out and go get it.
6:43 in the second quarter. It's 51-36, Boston.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, you've got just 2 days to deal. Qualified lessees pay no security deposit on any new Chrysler. This Friday and Saturday only, lease a new Chrysler Concorde LX for just $289 a month with no security deposit and just $1688 due at signing. On other select new models, get big cash allowances or low APRs. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's this Friday and Saturday only. See your Milwaukee and surrounding area Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Primeco presents this very inexpensive commercial to talk about a very inexpensive way to use wireless. Now you can get 100% digital phones starting at just $49. And you can get 100 anytime minutes for as little as $24.99 a month with nationwide long distance included. And at Primeco, weekend plans include nationwide long distance too, with no annual contract and no hidden charges. It's Primeco's way of spreading holiday cheer. So go ahead and call. It's Primeco.
Take part in the fourth quarter shootout brought to you by Miller Lite. Send a postcard to Bucks fourth quarter shootout, 1001 North 4th Street in Milwaukee, 53203. It's all brought to you by Miller Lite. Is Miller Lite better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth? You decide. Taste a true Pilsner. Now explain something to me. Explain this to me.
I can't explain it.
Michael Smith makes a call. It's a judgment call. He says it was continuation.
Basket counts on the line.
And he'll shoot and lines everybody up.
And he shoots.
And they let the other coach talk him out of it.
And then Joey Crawford comes up and changes it and says, well, if he doesn't ask for help, but did he ask for help then? I've never seen it reversed after they've taken it that far.
get a hold. Ray Allen. If it's a judgment call, why doesn't his judgment reign?
I don't know.
Well, the Bucks picking up their shooting.
I don't think it should have been continuation, but at the point they let it go, it was too late. They shouldn't have reversed it.
I guess judgment can be a correctable error, too. Walker, you wouldn't think so, though, would you? Dale Ellis doing a good job on the boards during his time in the game. Ray Allen to the middle. Tough shot, stuck. Gets it back. And now we get a leg lift and a foul against Boston.
Pierce is the guy that blocked it, and I think also got the foul, but he was right there. So Paul Pierce is playing a lot of offense and some really fine defense.
Eric Williams on now for Pierce. Pierce leaves with 20 points. And 5 3-point baskets. Allen drives in and shoots over Adrian Griffin and the rim. Assist to turnovers. Milwaukee with 4 assists, 8 turns. Boston 14 assists, just 5 turnovers. Danny Manning on the foul, a hold.
It's the 4th team foul on the Bucks.
The Bucks have 4 team fouls.
He's trying to work the post up and kind of root him out of there a little bit, so on a catch it wouldn't be too deep.
The Celtics with a pair of team fouls.
Topico will work that box for screens and post up.
Antoine Walker, little push shot, doesn't go. Ball out of bounds, and Joey Crawford says, I don't know. And he was right on the baseline. Jump ball. None of the 3 able to determine who touched it last. So they will jump. Now that's a judgment call with immediate help.
Everybody looking to the other one for help.
I don't know. Do you know? No, I don't know. Does he know? No, he doesn't know. Do you know?
Jump. Midcourt.
Adrian Griffin crossover. Tough crossover. Left-handed shot. And Ellis again. Dale Ellis doing a great job, as we mentioned, on the board. 5:25 remaining second quarter. The Bucks down 51-36. They've trailed by as many as 20. Del Negro sees Big Vitaly Potapico and goes to the top. The Robinson shot comes away for Adrian Griffin. Adrian Griffin, a great story. 3 years in the CBA. Didn't have much of a game. Walker spins on the baseline and draws the foul. Danny Manning. He bumped it.
Milwaukee fouls number 20.
Griffin apparently, John, had some fundamental problems in his game. He worked very diligently for 3 years. Became the CBA MVP last season. Connecticut winning the championship. He was also the finals MVP in the CBA title series. And it's interesting. One of his assistant coaches is Gerald Oliver. Gerald Oliver was brought in by George Karl to help the Bucks during the playoffs. And you might say, well, why didn't Gerald Oliver send Adrian Griffin the Bucks way? He had about 8 camps. He's been to 8 camps. The Bucks have a little duplication at the position. They have Ray Allen at the 2, and they have Glenn Robinson at the 3. There's not really a lot of room for Adrian Griffin in Milwaukee.
Well, it's a great story, Jim, and the fact that he worked on his game, got it to where he is now around the league. They're saying this guy's the surprise, one of the surprises of the league this year, the way he's been playing, and he's a major factor here in helping this team have the start that they have.
Antoine Walker fouling Glenn Robinson.
And you mentioned Gerald. I talked with Gerald today. There's a man that he knows the game and he knows players. We can see the talent. Gerald Oliver.
Glenn Robinson, soft little turnaround jump shot, 53-38 Boston. It was good to see Gerald again. We spent some time with him in the playoffs, as I mentioned, and
yep, he's doing a clinic here today.
He's one of those great basketball coaches.
He started telling, he's a unique guy, too.
He is.
Started telling me about this great hat he had today. It's the warmest hat he's ever had. It's called a turtle hat. Whoa, another jumper. Griffin, that time, man, they have been good this first half.
Adrian Griffin hits the triple. Gerald came through the Buck shoot-around today with a purple stocking cap. He was proud that he had something that was purple.
That's that. Oh, that's probably the turtle hat he's talking about.
Well, he has that southern draw.
Stuff. He does.
Glenn Robinson has the smooth shot. He might have said purple, and you thought he said turtle.
No, he said it many times.
You kind of hear that. Let it go. Adrian Griffin for three.
Oh.
Ricketts. Cassell spinning. And it spins out.
That baby was down.
Come on, he doesn't need that kind of luck. Not right now. Ellis. He reached around Eric Williams.
You know, even though this first half has gone the way it has, without that foul with the score 40-56, you felt like if the Bucks in this 3:33, 3:34 remaining just could tune it up a little bit here, you know, they could cut it to 10, 8 maybe, and go into halftime feeling like, hey, we're back in this one.
Eric Williams at the line, shooting 2.
Eric Williams in his second stint with the Celtics. He started his career here. Then he went to Denver in the Fortune Mercer deal. Danny Fortune, a member of the Celtics currently. He's on the injured list. The first time around, Rick Pitino questioned the work ethic of Eric Williams, but they brought him back.
I have a feeling you're not going to stick around Pitino if you don't have a work ethic that brings it every day. Practice, games. I like that.
Robinson in on Williams. Staying with it. J.R. Reed battling Overton. And it's Bucks basketball. Full shot clock, 24 seconds, 3:16 remaining in the period. Clear out for Cassell against Overton. Good ball movement. Robinson. He works against Williams. Then the kick out. Thomas. Tim Thomas for three. Another 50 to the MAC Fund. Compliments of Piggly Wiggly. Antoine Walker drops his shoulder, misses the shot. Good body that time by Ray Allen.
Yeah, contact. Bucks showing pressure, trying to get to the middle.
Cassell dancing. J.R. Reed and Petit with the rebound. Overton. Boston plus 16, just over 2 minutes and a half. Allen against Chaney, out for Robinson, who's left alone. He doesn't miss many of those open jumpers.
2 minutes remaining.
Walker in hard. And a foul. Sam Cassell. And Hank Armstrong says, Sam, don't argue too much. Timeout, Milwaukee, 1:57 in the second quarter, with Boston leading 61-43.
Seasoned business travelers appear to have discovered a higher level of civilization.
Hey, Daisy, I ever tell you I did some modeling before I got on TV, much like yourself?
Really? Where?
Department store underwear ads, mainly.
Hey, would you like to join me and my friends while we go try on some new thongs?
Yeah.
You know, we models drink Miller Lite because it's so smooth.
But you know, I drink Miller Lite because it tastes great.
See, I knew it. You're no model.
Well, I am wearing a thong. Backwards, I think.
Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
You want to see?
Mention cruising, and not every luxury car driver conjures up bingo, shuffleboard, and dancing on B-deck. The BMW 5 Series. no one will ever call it a boat.
Visit your local BMW center for a test drive.
Coming up at the half tonight, we'll have Bucks Beat. We'll bring you up to date. And we'll have a feature on the Fannie Mae Foundation Workday that took place earlier this week. And also, of course, the halftime stats, all brought to you by Miller Lite. Is Miller Lite better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth? You decide. Taste the true Pilsner. 1:57 remaining in the half. It's 61-43. Boston up 18. The Celtics' biggest lead, 20.
Boy, and the way Walker took it to the basket that time, you know, ever since he's come into the league, Jim, I've been a little amazed and marvel at how this man, he's a little deceptive looking. The way, you know, he doesn't look like he would handle the ball and be as quick as he is. And I mean, when he attacks the basket, it's like thunder. I mean, he just comes tearing into the hoop and gets a three-point play.
Great physical ability, great athletic ability, great basketball ability, but he's still a bit of a roller coaster player. Little up and down in his last game against San Antonio, in which the Spurs won easily. Walker had a rough time. Robinson, yes, nice touch using the body well. Walker was 5 for 21 against the Spurs and 0 for 4 on threes. And he is never bashful.
No, he isn't. I mean, he's thinking shot at all times, but you know, that's part of his skills. Also, he should consider that as long as he mixes it right with his game. You know, he's a heck of an offensive player.
Tim Thomas on the foul, Petit on the drive. Walter McCarty will check on for Walker.
Well, one of the things the Celtics have done, they've done a lot of things well in this first half, but they've continued to be very aggressive offensively. They're coming up, they're moving the ball. They're not hanging on to it. You don't see a lot of fiddling with it. They're moving the ball and they're moving people. And by doing that, they're losing the defenders and getting good shots. And then when you get that combination going of that with good perimeter shooting, it's difficult to defend.
Irvin Johnson, Glenn Robinson, J.R. Reed, Vinny Del Negro, and Ray Allen for the Bucks with 1:20 remaining in the second quarter. Tony Petit to give Boston a 64-45 lead. And we get a touch. Calvert Chaney on the foul.
They really come in with a lot of heat here. And they want the travel rather than the contact. It's still backcourt. New shot clock. And the heat comes. Tino wants them all over the Bucks. They've really done an excellent job of containing Ray Allen. I mean, they've been denying him. Look at Overton right now, denying him, playing him well, not letting Ray get off here.
2 for 5 shooting, 5 points for Ray. Intended for Reed, picked off by Overton. He has McCarty on a trail.
Great defense. They just gave the Bucks nothing. Shut it all down. Push Vinny to the corner. Close the passing lanes, and they get a layup out of it.
From the inbound to the steal, they played great deep. All the way across Del Negro. Take that shot. Inside, Irvin Johnson stripped and fouled. Calvert Chaney.
All the way across court. Vinny has a good look. It's just not on at all, but Irvin Johnson gets in good position for the rebound to come off to the other side. And he's working the glass well. Now the Bucks have had more opportunities for offensive rebounds than the Celtics because of the way they've been shooting it.
You have been dissecting the Bucks for the last 4 games. What's the problem? Is it as simple as defense?
Oh, I don't think so, Jim. I think it's a lot of factors, and of course, am I smarter than our coaches? No. You know, they're working on this all the time. But I think it's intensity. It's really coming to play. Irvin on another rebound. Woo.
J.R. Reed got a tip try at that.
You don't often get your own missed shot rebound back on a free throw.
Doug Overton too strong. And the rebound goes to Milwaukee. Shot clock start, 15 seconds left in the first half. You know, sometimes it's tough to come up with answers.
Well, at this point, Jim, you know, for 3 of the 4, the Bucks have really been lit up. And the Chicago game, they just almost lit up after their lead in that one. Ray Allen.
The T turns, shoots, and misses. And that's the end of the first half at the Fleet Center in Boston. The Celtics have controlled the first 24 minutes and lead 66-48. We'll be back with our latest edition of Bucks Beat right after this.
Hold up, Mike! Take off! Watch out!
Easy.
The V6 Passat.
Nice car.
Quick, responsive, room for 4.
Hang on. I saw this in a movie once.
Leather seats, automatic transmission. Nowadays, you'll hear people call this a truck. Well, a man knows a station wagon when he sees one. This car will only see off-road action if the driver backs over a flower bed. If this vehicular masquerade represents the high life to which men are called, we should trade our trousers for skirts right now.
All right, everybody. If this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the R in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
I like this job.
What if Hollywood didn't spend money on special effects?
No, no, no.
Watch them do it right on TLC. See how the pros really make big-budget blockbusters closer than ever before. Watch the masters create maximum fear, pump the adrenaline, and set up big bangs. You are there. The action never stops with ultimate special effects. Sunday at 8, 7 Central on TLC.
I could do that.
Never thought we'd get that brother of yours married off.
Yeah, no kidding.
How you doing? How's the kids?
Kids are good. You know, we're thinking of buying a house.
You got the down payment saved?
We're getting there.
How about your credit?
I don't know.
You don't know? You think buying a house is like buying a loaf of bread?
Understanding your credit is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the new free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
The Bucks halftime report begins with Bucks Beat, brought to you by Pepsi, the joy of cola. Pepsi Cola is proud to be the choice of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you have a 6 to 10-year-old youth basketball team and would like to play at the Bradley Center, call the Bucks office 227-0539 and get more information on the McDonald's Small Fry Series. The kids play right before a Bucks game. The Bucks would like to acknowledge and thank the Bucks corporate partners: Milwaukee Mack Truck Sales, Anderson Consulting, Metro Milwaukee Auto Auction, Potawatomi Bingo, and GE Medical Systems. This group of 6 great Milwaukee corporations provide tickets for over 4,000 kids so they can enjoy Bucks NBA action during the season. We salute the Bucks corporate partners. A couple of reminders: check out Robert Traylor's new audio webcast, Tractor Tales, on Bucks.com. And be sure to vote for the Bucks All-Star candidates, Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Sam Cassell, along with Danny Manning, on NBA.com or at the Bradley Center. That's Bucks Beat tonight. We'll return and have more on our halftime report from the Fleet Center right after this.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, this Friday and Saturday only, you've got just 2 days to deal on Jeep Cherokee. Get this low $279 a month Cherokee Sport lease with $1,278 due at signing and get all these features at no extra charge. Plus, we'll waive the security deposit. And while you're here, check out this incredible $359 a month lease on the rugged and powerful Grand Cherokee Laredo. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's going on now at your Jeep dealer.
Stop the pig! Parents know if there's one thing we kids like to do, it's eat. Which is why they like Shop Your Dad's Piggly Wiggly. Because they save lots of money on the things they buy. Seems like that's a big deal. But what they don't get is why we kids like the pig so much. Does it remind us of Old MacDonald? Or the movie with the talking pig? Oh yeah. Whatever.
Guess who's taking over Buzz Beer?
I'll double your profits inside of 2 months.
Guess what happens when Drew's bosses meet?
There's no reason we can't share it.
Guess who's working his butt off?
I didn't realize you were under so much pressure.
Thanks, Mimi.
I was talking to your belt.
Next, Drew.
Right after the Bucks game on Channel 24.
Did you ever wonder how your friends met?
Hey.
Next, Friends.
Tonight at 10 on Channel 24.
Taco Bell introduces the chalupa.
Ooh.
With a shell so crispy.
Ay, ay, ay.
So flaky.
Oh.
So chewy and tasty.
Hurt me.
You'll wonder why we put anything in them at all.
Por favor, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on one now for just 99 cents. If you don't love it, we'll give you your money back. Only at Taco Bell.
We're back in Boston. Tonight's Bucks halftime report is brought to you by Miller Lite. Is Miller Lite better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth? You decide. Taste a true Pilsner. The halftime score tonight at the Fleet Center, Boston 66, the Bucks 48. They played even in the second quarter, each team with 24 points. It was a 42-point first quarter that has made the difference tonight for the Boston Celtics. Well, as you know, the Bucks have been great corporate citizens for 32 years. Community efforts all up and down the line for those 32 years in the Milwaukee community and the state of Wisconsin. We had another project start this week in conjunction with the Fannie Mae Foundation. The Bucks rehabilitate homes in the Central City in Milwaukee, and we had a chance to visit that site on Tuesday.
Well, it's going great. I mean, we've just had a wonderful work day here. We're getting a lot done. The Bucks and the Fannie Mae Foundation are pitching in to revitalize this house. It's nice to have the homeowner here. Monique Newsom and her 3 kids are here, and they're actually helping out too, so it's been a wonderful day.
Oh, wow, it's wonderful. It's always been a dream to own my own home and to give the kids something that they can have later on in life, and just a yard to play in and some security. So this is wonderful. The people here and the Bucks and all the volunteers and Fannie Mae, this has really, really been a treat for us.
Yeah, that's great. That's what it's all about, you know, to really bring somebody's, you know, dreams to reality, knowing that they have a home. I mean, I know now me purchasing a home, you know, what it's like to have a home. And now for her, you know, and so many people are playing into the roles of her having a new home and something where she can have her, you know, her family live out of and really take care of and take pride in. You know, it is great for the Fannie Mae Foundation to be able to make these dreams come true. A lot of the homeowners in all over the world, I should say, not just in Milwaukee.
Jim, this is our 25th and 26th homes since we've joined the Fannie Mae Foundation in rehabilitating Milwaukee's neighborhoods. We're pleased to have the YMCA of Metro Milwaukee as our partners this year, and they're doing their 125th home in the community. So it's a great partnership. The idea is to put families into rehabbed homes where they can have a great quality of life and help the neighborhoods in general.
It would be a community again. It used to be when I was little, we had communities, we would have neighbors, we would go to one another's houses, we knew each other's names and the families, and that has kind of gotten away the past 10, 15, 20 years or so, so I think that will start to happen again.
We've been working with the Bucks on Milwaukee's home team for 6 years, and they've been wonderful throughout. The Bucks are a wonderful organization to partner with. In addition to the foundation's grant dollars going to the YMCA, the Bucks have raised $15,000 of their own to go to the program also.
The Bucks are working on 2 homes this year, one on North 17th Street and one on North 14th Street in Milwaukee, and the Bucks are proud to have Associated Bank as an associate sponsor for the home team project this year. They'll be joining us this year, and we're glad to have them on board. That's a great project.
It's a fabulous project, and some of those homes, I mean, I've been out there to see them at the start and in the finished product. It's really an incredible thing. But I have one suggestion. Hey, everybody looked great in their helmets, you know, everybody but Steiny, John Steinman. We got to get him one with, you know, some flaps or something on it, you know, just to help him a little bit.
VP on the front.
Yeah, big time.
We'll be back and take a look at the stats right after this.
NBA All-Star balloting for the 2000 NBA All-Star Game begins November 16th.
This is your chance to get out and vote for your favorite NBA players.
Time to roll, baby. Time to roll.
All the excitement. All the action. Vote now and send them on their way. Get an official NBA All-Star 2000 ballot at participating movie theaters or vote online at NBA.com and see your top picks at NBA All-Star 2000.
Will extra amenities in your life lead to greater happiness? Are 64 crayons in a box better than 8? Is there such a thing as too many cable channels? Introducing the all-new, redesigned Avalon, the most luxurious, most refined sedan we've ever created.
Hey, Mark, thanks to you now, everything's .com, you know? Beachballs.com, arugulasalad.com. I mean, .com on.
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, .com, Padre. We both like Miller Lite for the same reason. It tastes great, un-commonly so.
You know I like it because it's so smooth.
Ooh, I guess we're in .compatible, right?
Not if you lose the lane .comedy.
Hey, that's a good .com back.
Miller Lite, taste a true Pilsner.
.com here often?
Put her in a good spot, okay?
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
In the first half tonight, Boston 26 of 47, 55%. The Bucks 19 of 45. Milwaukee getting to the free throw line a little bit more. 8 of 12. Boston 7 of 9. The three-pointers, the big difference. Paul Pierce has 5 threes tonight. Turnovers favoring Boston at the moment. Rebounding in Milwaukee's favor. The halftime stats are brought to you by your Toyota dealers, leading the way every day. And the leading scorers in the first half for Milwaukee, Sam Cassell has 10 points. And that tells you a lot because Cassell is struggling. He is 3 for 10 tonight and still leads the team in scoring. 10 for his, I should say 13 for his last 47 in 3.5 games. Paul Pierce, 20 points on 7 of 12 shooting, 5 for 7 on 3-point shots for Pierce. Those are your leading scorers, brought to you by Potawatomi Bingo Casino, where the excitement is building toward a new world-class casino in the fall of 2000. We'll be back with the Hustle Board and Johnny Mack right after this.
Primeco presents this very inexpensive commercial to talk about a very inexpensive way to use wireless. Now you can get 100% digital phones starting at just $49. And you can get 100 anytime minutes for as little as $24.99 a month with nationwide long distance included. And at Primeco, weekend plans include nationwide long distance too, with no annual contract and no hidden charges. It's Primeco's way of spreading holiday cheer. So go ahead and call. It's Primeco.
Can't sleep.
Listen.
Rain?
Not just any rain. It's our rain. On our roof.
Each year, millions of people spend their first night in a home of their own.
Think it'll rain all night?
I hope so.
Call the Fannie Mae Foundation for a free guide to help put you on the path to home ownership and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
Ever have that dream where you're driving, introducing the next Celica?
Go! Taco Bell introduces the Chalupa.
Ooh.
With a shell so crispy.
Ay, ay, ay.
So flaky.
Oh.
So chewy and tasty.
Hurt me.
You'll wonder why we put anything in them at all.
Por favor,
Churro de chalupa.
Get your hands on one now for just 99 cents. If you don't love it, we'll give you your money back, only at Taco Bell.
Mr. Callahan?
Yeah.
We've got your seats.
Section 209, row F.
12 through 14.
Honey!
Rebounding. That should be rebounding on the top. 26-22. That's keeping the Bucks in the hustle game through a half tonight. 32-30 on the hustle board. Brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. It's cold filtered, never heat pasteurized. Well, John, the keys to the game. Interesting. How do they shape up as you look forward to the third quarter?
Well, sometimes in a game like this, it seems like those particular keys are less of a factor because one team comes out and just explodes. Now, I had offensive spacing for the Bucks. That's important, and I think they have turned the ball over some. The Celtics have 7 steals, so that's been a factor, but not that much of one. It's really been how the Celtics have been shooting the ball. Contain their draw and kick. Actually, the Celtics have been running it very well, and that's how they hit all those jump shots, and we talked about them leading the league in 3 points. In three-point shooting and run defense. There really hasn't been that much need for it because most of the Celtics points have come in the half-court game. The Bucks have a lot of work to do, and it's got to start, here I go, with defense.
We told you Paul Pierce is the leading scorer in the game with 20 points. Antoine Walker has 18, the only 2 Celtics in double figures. For the Bucks, just Sam Cassell in doubles and barely with 10. Tim Thomas 9 off the bench, and Glenn Robinson has 8 points. You made the point in the first half that the Celtics have corralled Ray Allen. He has 4 points. Check that. Ray Allen with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting.
And Jim, a couple of those came late, as you know. They've really done a good job of trying to contain him and not let him catch the ball. Keep the ball away from him. And here are the rebound situation. As you can see, the Bucks have done a pretty good job in that area. Free throws haven't been that much of a factor in this game either, I might note. But rebounds, the Bucks have been there. They've had more opportunity for offensive rebounds because of their shooting percentage and have 12 offensive boards.
66-48. Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, Tim Thomas, and Sam Cassell are huddled around each other. Now Irvin Johnson gets into the mix, so that will be the 5 to start the third quarter. Adrian Griffin, Purvis Ellison, Kenny Anderson, who did not see a lot of action in the first half due to 3 quick fouls, is on the floor with Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce.
Yeah, from his perspective, he missed all the fun. I'm sure wanted to be part of it. The way they were playing was beautiful.
Quick whistle, Antoine Walker in the post. Irvin Johnson commits the foul.
Milwaukee fouls number 40, Irvin Johnson. His first personal foul.
He's a bit shocked by it.
First team foul on Bucks.
Players often are, actually. A lot of times you foul somebody, you're not aware of it at all. In terms of the way he perhaps reached out and had contact. So he's left-handed, don't let him go to the baseline.
A rim check for Griffin, but yeah. Ellison is there.
I'd call it a self-check. Wasn't a player that did it. In the meantime, they still get the basket.
Robinson for 3, yes. Yeah. Just a moment ago, the Celtics had taken their latest 20-point lead. They led by 20 in the first half. Glenn Robinson gets 3 back in a hurry. Paul Pierce on the baseline.
That was pretty. He seemed to just continue to elevate. It looked like the defense was there, and he just went past and above everyone.
Glenn Robinson grimacing. He took a shot on that baseline drive. Thomas into the post. Glenn Robinson. Anderson knocks the ball away with 8 on the shot clock.
Now watch this play by Pierce. Gets past Glenn. The help comes. Look, it's there. He shake and bake a little bit and puts in a beauty.
Tim Thomas against Antoine Walker and Ellison. He draws the foul.
Ellison will come over. He's the resident shot blocker. He's going to give help. He's going to roam in there. You know that's going to happen. Then on the drop step, actually the foul occurs there. It doesn't matter, but Ellison's going to be the guy to come to you.
Ellison picks up his 3rd. Vitaly Potapico will replace him for Boston.
And he's not going to play vertical game like Ellison. He's going to play the horizontal game. He's going to bang you. Topico, he's going to be physical and gain position.
Topico has pretty good hands in the paint. He'll steal the ball every once in a while or knock it away, so you have to watch him. Big wide body. He sets the screen at the high pick and roll action. And the ball lost on the baseline for a moment. Griffin gets it back. This is Walker. Kick out, Pierce. He lets Robinson fly by. Topico will shoot a free throw. Actually, 2.
Now, Tim Thomas is saying, look, I was thrown completely out of rebound position by Topico. That's how he got open like that. I don't know if it will pick up on this. But Topico wide open as Thomas ends up way out past the three-point line.
Ray Allen picking up the foul. (72-53) Boston. Robinson into the post. He waits for the pass and now gets it from Allen. Glenn Robinson. Yes. He just lays the ball up on the iron and it finds its way down.
He can really elevate. And he lays it up there. They stay in single coverage.
Allen all over Pierce. And a 22nd timeout called by the Celtics. It was called out near midcourt. Michael Smith, the official on the trail, heard the call. Somebody alertly calling a 22nd timeout. This one is brought to you by your Milwaukee area Volkswagen dealers. Call 1-800-DRIVE-VW for a dealer near you. Glad to have you along tonight at the Fleet Center. Rick Pitino's Boston Celtics leading the Bucks 72-55. Gary Kirby at the controls tonight. Jim Paskey with John McLaughlin. The Bucks are home tomorrow night with Philadelphia. If you call right now, 227-0500, you can pick up a $17 ticket for $10. Members of the Bucks sales staff are standing by to take your order tonight. 227-0500 in Milwaukee. Kenny Anderson back for Walker. He shortens up and hits the shot.
Starts with a two-man game. Seeing two men go to the one with the ball. That's the point guard. That's Anderson. Kicks it back, and then you've got to run defenses at the guy who can shoot, who's Walker. He does a good job of measuring it.
Ray Allen uses the Urban Johnson screen. Adrian Griffin with the rebound. He hits the seat of his pants after giving it up. Walker will back out and find Anderson. Kenny Anderson
says, let me have some of this. He can't get into it. Actually,
a hasty shot.
They've done it without him.
You can understand his anxiety.
And that's his 4th personal foul right there. He's the only Celtic that can't get it rolling tonight. Overton again in quickly.
Anderson has no one to blame but himself, of course, with 4 fouls and that quick shot that came away. But he'll go to the bench despite his longing to stay in. Doug Overton returns for Boston.
Anderson probably saying to Pitino, hey, we got a big lead in this. Leave me in. Let me take my chances. Pitino acknowledged, saying, no, come on. We got to run this the right way.
You get a guy who wants to take a volume of shots when you're up big, sometimes the lead will dissipate. Oh, but Topico knocked away. Cassell on a save. He rolls right past our position. He's all right. Might have hooked his elbow on one of the microphone cables here, but he's okay.
Too bad. They can't corral that one, Jim. They had a couple of nice plays on the stops inside, and that's what they need. Some transit. Oh, almost got that one to go. They need quick actions. Quick action offense, but it's got to come out of the D just like that. Transition opportunity.
Topico on the foul. Sam Cassell with a great drive to draw that foul.
See, the Celtics are a team you can run on, you can get your opportunities on, but the key is to stop them at the other end. They've been so good offensively tonight, shot so well, had all their game inside, outside going so well that they haven't really had to play any kind of transition defense on the Bucks.
74-59. Cassell with 14 points. The Bucks need one of their patented third quarters. Paul Pierce. Robinson up to get the rebound. Cassell, no, you can tell that one was off to the right. Potampico pulls it in. Overton, hard push. Walker sealed in the corner. Adrian Griffin for three. This time, Tim Thomas clearing the glass. Robinson, yes. In on Potampico. Timeout, Boston. Rick Pitino feels a mini surge by the Bucks. They have closed to within 13 at 74-61.
Come on, go, go!
Want the lowdown on Dodge Durango? Here's where its best-in-class Magnum V8 power lives. It's longer and wider down here for best-in-class room up there. And say hello to best-in-class available towing. Want the best? Get a Durango. Me, I want one of these. Dodge Durango, different.
Come to McDonald's and celebrate Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 2 with your favorite toys as candy dispensers. Collect all 6. They do tricks.
Get the car.
Which way, Rex? Right, I mean left.
Look out!
We're doomed!
Don't worry, we're here.
Where's the only place to get your Toy Story 2 candy dispensers? Did somebody say McDonald's?
And one incredibly handsome Buzz Lightyear candy dispenser.
I'm getting mashed here.
The 76ers are at the Bradley Center tomorrow night, a 7:30 start, and you can pick up a $17 ticket for just $10 if you call during our telecast tonight. Call 414-227-0500. $17 tickets for just $10, 227-0500. 7:45 remaining in the third quarter. The Bucks trail 74-61. Boston has missed its last 6 shots. Walker ends the drought.
Set play, gets a back screen on the left box by Pierce, and Walker's very quick. He moves, he gets into position, and on the catch, he's got the layup. Good play. Back screens in the NBA work, Jim, because players don't communicate well enough. And very few teams run back screens.
The most selfish play in basketball, perhaps, the back screen. It usually opens the shot for the screener. Antoine Walker at the top, sealed, kick around. Paul Pierce on the base. Good double there. 4 on the shot clock. Adrian Griffin, a 3.
It's all working when you hit your jumpers, and they're a good jump shooting team, much like the Bucks. But when you hit them like they are tonight, that really has opened this game up. And then that draw and kick situation we talk about so much, they've had good enough penetrators to open up the outside.
Sam Cassell. Yes, that's how Houston won back-to-back championships, with that inside-outside game. A little draw the defense, kick it out for three-point shooters. Cassell, a big part of that.
And they had a great inside player in terms of post-up with Elijah Wan, too, so that gave them a double inside-outside, not only in the penetration, but on the post.
All batted around. Who wants it? Potampico. Walker knocked away by Thomas. 17 on the shot clock. Yeah, Houston went inside to the big man more than they required penetration, but there are different ways to draw that defense and kick it out. Just over 6 minutes in the third quarter. Antoine Walker hears the whistle on the hook shot. Irvin Johnson commits the foul.
Now, see, Jim, the Bucks had played them very good defensively through that entire exchange, but because on that first miss, they allowed them to get the ball back. They get a reload like this, and now they can score out of it.
Irvin picks up his second. It's the third on the Bucks. Boston also with 3 team fouls.
Antoine Walker at the line, shooting 2.
Albert Chaney for Adrian Griffin. Well, this is the last time we will see this venerable parquet floor in Boston. They will have a new floor when we return here March 8th. The floor is being constructed. It will be built in parquet fashion, and it will utilize portions of this floor. They will integrate this 50-plus-year-old floor into the new parquet. Cassell with a tough shot. It went off the glass. The Celtics have it on a bust out. And Sam said, come on, I was fouled. He doesn't get the call, and now he will. It's a tee. Michael Smith, as if to say, you want to talk to me? I'll put an end to it.
There's where he felt like the contact occurred. It's why he flips the ball up at the basket. But when you don't hear the whistle, you get the miss. It goes the other way. It's frustration.
The frustration has come because Walker and Pierce have been doing a lot of damage tonight. They have nearly half of Boston's shots, 29 of 60, and more than half of the Celtics' points, 46 of 82.
And Jim, they really had command of this game almost from the very beginning, and they want to make sure they don't let the Bucks creep up on them here in the third. They have not yet, and mainly by just don't turn it over, keep running good offense, and then they've been continuing to shoot it like that, all of them.
Vitaly Potapenko for an 84-63 lead. If they use portions of this floor with the new floor, will people ask, is it real or parquet? Two-man game. Tim Thomas down the paint.
Got
it.
Tim Thomas.
Why use any of it? I mean, either get rid of it or keep it.
The reason,
how are they going to do that?
The reason the floor was made in parquet fashion was because during World War II there was a lumber shortage, so this is basically made of scraps. Walker. Pretty good scraps, though. It's held up.
It's been amazing.
Now, when they build the new one, will they put the dead spots in?
Of course.
Allen three triplet.
That's transition, Jim. On a miss, you get to push it up, get something a little better. Bucks can use those threes.
Three-point power pop compliments of Piggly Wiggly, helping to battle against childhood cancer and the MAC Fund. Ray Allen has 10.
Celtics half-court defense has been quite good. And if that was questionable, it can be up and down coming in.
Steal. Great anticipation. Cassell. Overton back. Man. I hope Overton slipped.
Well, there's a lot of ways to take a guy out. He fell. A lot of ways to take a guy out. Great double team. Now, see, Sam could slow up and get Ray in there.
He did slip. 4:09 remaining in the third. Boston up 84-68. A timeout at the Fleet Center.
The journey's easier when you have something to look forward to. Like the journey.
Have you ever wondered what an echo looks like? There's an echo out there.
Now, what'll it be, sweetheart? Let me guess. A nice, cold Pepsi. I wouldn't want to hear one of those crazy voices of yours, huh?
Honey, you ain't heard nothing yet. Hit it, fellas.
Members of the Bucks sales staff standing by right now. Call 227-0500. Pick up a $17 ticket for just $10 for tomorrow night's game against the 76ers at the Bradley Center. We will start it at 7:30 tomorrow night. No television. Come on out and watch. And if you can't be there, listen to Ted Davis on the Bucks radio network and flagship station WTMJ 620 AM. That's the story. 84-68. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sam Cassell on the free throw line, fouled by Overton.
I guess. That was a block. You know, a lot of times, though, on those free throw lines where the guys line up right there and they bend over and they stand there for a few minutes, that's where a lot of perspiration gets on the floor. They've got ball boys and girls underneath to wipe it up, but sometimes the action's too fast and they can't get out there.
That's about where he slipped.
Yeah.
I guess that was your point, huh? Ball just thrown up there by Pierce. Nothing.
You are as sharp as a tack.
Milwaukee on a 7-0 run. We have a ways to go yet. Down 84-70. That helps. Sam Cassell carrying the offensive load tonight.
You get 3 out of 4 stops here and score. You got a different perspective on this game.
Well, the Bucks have been a solid fourth quarter team. Rifle pass underneath.
See, now, that was just a cut under the basket, a little bit of a brush screen on Glenn, and he's trailing Calvert Chaney. When he catches, he's right there in the layup zone.
Yeah, and George Karl is wiping his face with his hands as if to say, you have to know that's coming and play a little better defense.
That's right. You can't let that happen.
Cassell shows it to Potapenko. Sam Cassell again. 86-74. Sam has 20. Well, let's hope he's getting out of that slump. 3 for 10 in the first half to go 13 for his last 47 shots. But he's the Bucks' leading scorer. 11-2 to run now in 2.5 minutes. Pierce ducks under Allen. Ray stays with it. Had a hand at his face, and Ray gets the rebound. Thomas into the paint with authority.
Whoa. Was that beautiful. And good D at the other end. The Bucks played good D. They had a mismatch. Walker had a mismatch situation with Cassell. Cassell did a great job of fronting him. They couldn't find that. They moved around. They end up getting the miss, and the Bucks go the other way.
Boston has led by 20. Right now it's 10. So the Bucks have chipped away. Potapenko inside drawing the foul. Tim Thomas. Thomas picks up his 4th. It's the 4th on the Bucks. Well, the Celtics appeared to be headed toward their bench. 2:07 remaining in the third period. No timeout called. Joey Crawford looking over at the scoring table saying, hey, what are we doing here? Are we playing? Are we shooting? We leaving?
Yeah, you're right. Jim Pierce went over because he was going out of the ball game, but some of the other guys seemed to get confused.
Yeah, they all followed like ducklings. Walker out, McCarty in. The Bucks have hit their last 5 shots. Plenty of time to cut the margin down to, what do we have here, a walk?
Foul on Ray Allen.
A foul, he wiped away at midcourt.
Well, George is wanting his team to push the ball in situations like that. Don't hold it. Get it up, put pressure on them. You're behind, so the clock's against you.
Eric Williams loses a hot pass into the corner.
Now, see, that was the same play that Chaney scored on. He tries to reverse underneath, gets a brush screen on the left box, but Ray Allen goes over the top and is right there with him, and the pass is too hot.
Boston pressure with about 1:45 remaining in the third quarter. Milwaukee with 10 turnovers. The Celtics 6. Ray Allen tries to get the reverse to go after hearing the whistle. Fouled by Eric Williams.
Now, you can sense the Celtics are starting to get a little nervous about this one. Patino really pacing a little bit more. If the Bucks can score here, hold them a couple more times and score, you're going to really see them. They're going to have to call a time. They're going to start to get a little tight around the net.
Boston playing the bulk of this game without point guard Kenny Anderson. 3 quick fouls. That took him out for most of the first half. Then he picked up his 4th early in the 3rd and has been sitting. So they have used Doug Overton, and now Dana Barros is in to run the show. The Bucks chipping away. Milwaukee scoring 24 points in the first and second quarters tonight. Boston 24 the second, but the big 42 points first quarter gave the Celtics a big early lead. This is Barros, picked up by Allen. Shot clock under 10. Dana Barros over J.R. Reed, and that's up and over the top. So that turns it back over to Milwaukee. The Bucks are down 10, 87-77, 1:17 left in the 3rd.
With a couple of exceptions here, we're seeing the Bucks play much better defense in this exchange in the last, 6 minutes. They're really coming out, they're applying some heat, and that's how they've been able to eat into that lead, Jim.
The Bucks have outscored the Celtics by 8 points in the 3rd quarter, 29-21. Allen in trouble. Now he finds the open man. Del Negro back for Reed. J.R. Reed knew that one would be off. You could see him inching in for a possible rebound. Right off the shot. Into Potapinko, and Manning unable to stop him this time. 89-77 Boston. Reed has Ellis, but he goes in and gets the lay-in. He had Ellis camped, and Dale would have been open for a 3, but he took it right to the hole and got the sure thing. 89-79.
And that's splitting the defender right. I mean, he has to make a choice, and he just left the path open to the basket.
Calbert Cheney picked up by Ellis. Walter McCarty for 3. He snaps it through.
That hurts. That's a stinger. Bucks making a run, and then he knocks a 3.
McCarty, their best three-point shooter in terms of percentage at 50%, 7th best in the NBA. So you shouldn't have been surprised by that.
Yeah, but you don't like it.
No, you don't like it. Into the middle, Reed. 2 on the shot clock, J.R. Reed. 24-second violation, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. I don't believe we'll have a clock reset here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we are. Joey Crawford.
Well, you heard the shot clock go off before the game clock.
Well, there was a differential. It's probably about 0.3.
Not enough that anybody can do anything with it.
Actually, 0.8. McCarty will inbound. Joey Crawford saying, come on, let's just do this, will you? They get it in. Ray Allen picks it off, throws the shot away. The Bucks practice that, as we tell you often, during every shoot-around. Today, Haywood Workman hit a half-court shot in practice. The Bucks need a big 4th quarter. They trail the Celtics 92-79 on the Bucks Television Network.
Hey, Daisy, I ever tell you I did some modeling before I got on TV, much like yourself?
Really? Where?
Department store under.
Hey, would you like to join me and my friends while we go try on some new thongs?
Yeah.
You know, we models drink Miller Lite because it's so smooth.
But you know, I drink Miller Lite because it tastes great.
See, I knew it. You're no model.
Oh, I am wearing a thong. Backwards, I think.
Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
You want to see?
There's only one card that can get you into your favorite golf resort. Only one that can get you a free cruise aboard the most popular cruise line in the world. Only one that can get you free seats at Wimbledon. It's not American Express. And it's not Visa. It's the Firekeepers Club card, only at Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Membership's free. Get points for prizes whenever you play bingo or slots. It's our Supreme Privileges program. Don't leave Potawatomi without it.
Besides its legendary power, payload, and overall toughness, Dodge Ram is also the longest-lasting line of full-size pickups on the road. And now, Ram also offers exceptionally low financing. We've just made it easier to separate yourself from the crowd. Dodge Ram. Different.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Gold Collection.
That's grade A merchandise. Too good for us.
That's USDA choice. Out of our league.
That's quality stuff. What do you want to do?
Let's take the whole collection.
Prestige Gold, pork, poultry, and choice beef at the new Century. Hey, it's a big deal.
John Casey is our fourth quarter shootout contestant tonight. Glenn Robinson is not on the floor to open the fourth quarter. John wins a 4-pack of Bucks tickets and a 1999 2000 Bucks media guide for having his postcard selected. The fourth quarter shootout is brought to you by Miller Lite. Better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth. You decide. Taste a true Pilsner.
Bucks got a rock and roll reaching foul on Cheney.
Milwaukee 10 of 16 in the third quarter, 63%. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. The Bucks cutting 8 points off the 21-point lead of the Celtics. Milwaukee with just 1 turnover in the third quarter. The Bucks have 11 turns. Boston has 8.
And the Bucks need to force it. Well, that's a turnover by the Bucks, but they need the Celtics to turn it over.
Eric Williams at the top. This is McCarty.
Why not? He says, I can shoot this. Why not? Don't they know my numbers? Don't back off of me out here.
Michael Smith calling the foul. It's against Boston. Tony Battie called for the foul. 11:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. Just underway in the period. There's plenty of time. The Bucks obviously making some progress in the third quarter. Ray Allen dancing and jamming.
Oh, is that beautiful? I mean, that's explosive. I don't know how far he was from the basket when he took off, but at least, what, 8 feet? That's hang time. All right, dig in here. Keep at it at this end, guys. You'll see Patino go to his starters in a moment, giving him some rest. But these guys, if they can hang tough, he wants to buy him his starters a little bit more time.
J.R. Reed with the rebound off the Eric Williams miss. Ray Allen dumps it down. He thought about a three. Manning in to draw the foul, Battie.
See, that's it. A little quicker action, too. This is what George has wanted. Get the ball up the floor, guys. The clocks are going to get the ball up the floor, get something quickly. And here's a payoff.
Allen out, 13 points. Sam Cassell in. Sam leads the Bucks with 22. Hey, did you hear about the Phoenix Gorilla?
Yeah, broke his ankle.
Big headline in the paper. Gorilla doing well after surgery. He'll be out a while, won't be back until after the All-Star break.
Everybody knows the Gorilla. He did it on one of those dunk routines, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dislocated ankle. Vitaly Potapenko inside. Goes to the left hand off the glass.
Rumbles all the way. You got to see him.
94-83. You might hear him before he gets to it.
Uh-huh.
High pick and roll action. Cassell, Reed. Back to J.R. Reed. And now Manning camping and waiting for that shot. Chipping away now, 94-85.
Chip's okay for a while.
Plenty of time to chip. Just make them count. Potapenko. You know what? I don't know about that being a bad foul. That's not too bad. J.R. Reed thought he walked. So did Vinny Del Negro.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's getting a dunk out of it. Now, he's been a handful inside. I mean, this guy's big, strong, and just aggressive enough. And very mobile off the ball. He's got some really deep catches, and by the time he catches there, he's a factor.
Timeout under 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. It comes with Boston up 94-85.
The V6 Passat.
Nice car.
Quick, responsive, room for 4.
Hang on. Saw this in a movie once.
Primeco presents this very inexpensive commercial to talk about a very inexpensive way to use wireless. Now you can get 100% digital phones starting at just $49. And you can get 100 anytime minutes for as little as $24.99 a month with nationwide long distance included. And at Primeco, weekend plans include nationwide long distance too, with no annual contract and no hidden charges. It's Primeco's way of spreading holiday cheer. So go ahead and call. It's Primeco.
Taco Bell introduces the chalupa.
Ooh.
With a shell so crispy.
Ay, ay, ay.
So flaky.
Oh.
So chewy and tasty.
Hurt me.
You'll wonder why we put anything in them at all.
Por favor, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on one now for just 99 cents. If you don't love it, we'll give you your money back. Only at Taco Bell.
Here is tonight's Sky Shot of the Game, brought to you by Midwest Express Airlines. Milwaukee's hometown airline is proud to support the Milwaukee Bucks. Midwest Express, the best care in the air. Ray Allen in the air. What a move. Ray Allen, the Sky Shot of the game tonight at the Fleet Center. Ray on the bench. The Bucks are down by 11, 94-85. Potopico at the line, fouled by J.R. Reed. Ten-point game. Vinny Del Negro has it at midcourt. You can feel the momentum turning just a bit. The Bucks just have to keep it on their side. Underneath to Reed, and he draws the foul, a hard foul, as Potopico comes down on top of it.
That was a matter of inches there, because that shot clock was going. When he made the play in the penetration, it was on 4, and it was right down to 1 right here when this occurs. But JR, patient enough to wait on it. And as I've said many times, if the Bucks, when you're behind, if you can score when the clock is not running or get threes, that's optimum. You score without the clock running when you get to the line, but you got to get them.
Sam Cassell had a couple of options on that play. He had Manning just outside the left low block open. He went right down the middle to Reed. They get 1 out of it. It's 95-86. Just over 9 minutes remaining here at the Fleet Center. Kenny Anderson is going to take it to the basket as often as possible.
And Jim, what do you need to do with it? I mean, he's a good penetrator right or left, but he's left-handed, and he's really strong to the left. He got left all the way.
Anderson with 4 points. He's been on the bench with foul trouble all night long. He averages 14, so you expect him to try and get some points back. Maybe that'll work in the Bucks' favor, John. Sometimes a guy will try to get himself in the game and shoot his team out of it. He loses. Ellis has it. Dale Ellis.
But see, Jim, there was an example. Vinny Del Negro jumped up, took the left away. He wanted to use the screen, took the left away. He crosses over to the right, turns the ball over.
97-88. Albert Chaney.
Yep. See, and that was Cassell in there. Cassell was fronting him, being a pest. Chaney pushes him. It's a turnover.
So 2 empty trips in a row. Rick Pitino making some changes. Adrian Griffin comes back in. Chaney, Williams, and McCarty go out. Walker is out there. Paul Pierce, Anderson, and Potopico. The Bucks 13 of 21 in the half, 62%. At the half, they had hit 47% of their shots. Cassell throws it up. He felt contact, didn't hear the whistle. He's glaring now at Hank Armstrong and at Joey Crawford, saying one of you guys has to see that.
He's had a few of those tonight. There was contact on that one. I'm surprised we didn't hear it that time. At least hear the whistle that time. But he's got to keep playing. You got to keep fighting through this because the Bucks can still win this one. There's time yet.
Adrian Griffin draws a crowd, kicks it out. The 3 rattles out. And then the putback gets 2 for Boston. There again, Anderson Not shy at all. He put up the shot. He was open. 99-88 with a timeout. 7:42 remaining at the Fleet Center.
What manner of man can stand at the head of his own table with an electric knife? The man knows to work a proper knife through Old Tom. In the Miller High Life household, convenience is the enemy.
From power to payload to towing, it's hard to beat a Dodge Dakota. And now you can lease a Dakota Club Cab V6 for just $219 a month. We've just made it easier to separate yourself from the crowd. Dodge Dakota. Different.
What if Hollywood didn't spend money on special effects?
No, no, no.
Watch them do it right on TLC. See how the pros really make big-budget blockbusters closer than ever before. Watch the masters create maximum fear, pump the adrenaline, and set up big bangs. You are there. The action never stops with ultimate special effects. Sunday at 8, 7 Central on TLC.
I could do that.
6 pair men's cotton tube socks, 1/2 dozen eggs, 1 Miller High Life 6-pack. If you're new to the shopping chores, remember, good things come in 6s.
Out-of-town scores tonight brought to you by Primeco Personal Communications. Indiana 52-41 in the second quarter. No finals yet tonight. 63-32. Charlotte leading Washington at the Hive. In the second, Philadelphia up big on Cleveland. 48-42. Detroit leads Atlanta at the Palace. Glenn Robinson scores here. 44-36. Portland leading Houston. 99-90. The Bucks are within 9 points, and John, at that timeout, Joey Crawford ran the length of the floor. He was barking at Sam Cassell. He's upset with Sam in the huddle, and I'll tell you something, that might be a short fuse situation.
Yep. Sam's got to be real careful. He's going to get a tee and run out of here now.
He has one earlier in the game. Robinson, great overplay and a takeaway from Walker.
Jim, that last dunk by Glenn was a set play. He came from the left box up, sets a back screen, fakes it, shoots through the basket. The lob was there.
Danny Manning will take that shot. Yes, sir. Danny Manning hits. It's 99-92. The Bucks are within 7. They have gotten back 2/3 of the deficit, the 21-point deficit. It's 99-92 at the Fleet Center.
Hey, Mark, thanks to you now, everything's .com, you know? Beachballs.com, arugulasalad.com. I mean, .com on.
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, .com, Padre. We both like Miller Lite for the same reason. It tastes great, un-commonly so.
You know I like it because it's so smooth.
Ooh, I guess we're in .compatible, huh?
Not if you lose the lane .comedy.
Hey, that's a good .com back.
Miller Lite, taste a true Pilsner.
.com here often?
It's the final days of Toyota's 2000 Premier event. Don't miss this amazing $199 a month lease on the new 2000 Camry, the #1 selling car in America for 2 straight years for just $199 a month. This is a TMCC lease available through your Toyota dealer. Each dealer negotiates his own terms. But hurry, this event ends November 30th. When it comes to getting a great deal on the new Camry, see your Toyota dealer. Whether you buy or lease, they're leading the way. The new 2000 Camry, now just $199 a month.
The home team is committed. Committed to getting into the playoffs. Committed to getting families into homes. Along with neighborhood revitalization efforts, the home team is breaking down the barriers to home ownership, sponsoring home buying fairs, and providing free information. The Bucks and the Fannie Mae Foundation, Milwaukee's home team.
He's called now, but that's our Mountain Dew Extreme fan of the game. That young man enjoying the action at the Fleet Center. And we have a game now, 99-92 with 6:51 remaining. Boston has led by as many as 21 points. The Bucks have chipped to within 7. Patomico at the top now, Adrian Griffin. And Pierce on the baseline. Ball lost. Walker can't get the shot to go, and Ellis with another rebound. Dale Ellis has been all over the boards tonight. He has 6 rebounds. Bounce pass, Manning, another one, 2 in a row. Danny Manning, it's 99-94.
He and Cassell running the two-man game. Manning pops back, Cassell comes off, draws everyone to him.
Manning with a dozen. Pierce sealed beautifully. Ball knocked away, loose. Cassell has it. He has Ellis on the right. Cassell pulls up over Anderson. Yes, it's 99-96. The Bucks are within 3 after trailing by 21. 5:58 remaining in Boston.
Come to McDonald's and celebrate Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 2 with your favorite toys as candy dispensers. Collect all 6. They do tricks.
Get the car.
Which way, Rex? Right? I mean left.
Look out!
We're doomed.
Don't worry, we're here. Where's the only place to get your Toy Story 2 candy dispensers? Did somebody say McDonald's?
And one incredibly handsome Buzz Lightyear candy dispenser.
I'm getting mashed here.
What is your name? Kris Kringle?
He looks like him.
And those whiskers are real, too.
He acts like him.
Anyone who thinks he's Santa Claus is not sane.
But could he be the real Saint Nick?
I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
He's crazy, too.
Edmund Wen, Maureen O'Hara, and Natalie Wood star in the holiday classic.
He's not like anyone else. He must be Santa.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Saturday at 8 on Channel 24.
Great opportunities don't last long. In fact, this Friday and Saturday only, you've got just 2 days to deal on Jeep Cherokee. Get this low $279 a month Cherokee Sport lease with $1278 due at signing and get all these features at no extra charge. Plus, we'll waive the security deposit. And while you're here, check out this incredible $359 a month lease on the rugged and powerful Grand Cherokee Laredo. 2 days to deal. It's a great opportunity, and it's going on now at your Jeep dealer.
Mike Dahman, Karita Jones, and Jerry Faust working the Bucks phones. A few days ago, operators are standing by right now. 76ers and the Bucks tomorrow night. Members of our sales staff are manning the phones for you. Game at 7:30. Pick up a $17 ticket for just $10 if you call during the telecast. It pays to watch the Bucks on the Bucks television network. Milwaukee down just 3. Shooting 65 in the second half. Oh, and another take. Manning has been a stud here in the fourth quarter. You're going to count that one, and he'll shoot for the tie. Manning with back-to-back buckets, and now an opportunity for a game-tying three-point play.
Jim, he takes that on a point guard, a good point guard. Manning, major effort here. The Bucks defense has been superb. They've finally been able to shut them down. They've had mismatches a couple times. The last one, Walker had a mismatch inside on Allen, but Allen wouldn't let him get it to him. He was fronting, he was all over it. They couldn't make the easy pass. Phenomenal effort here.
Tied at 99, the Bucks have outscored Boston 36-15 since Boston enjoyed its biggest lead at 84-63. Manning with 15 points, 10 of those coming in the fourth quarter.
That's amazing to me. I was watching this entire exchange. They just called a foul on Dale Ellis. Griffin had him and pushed him away, and they called a foul on Dale.
Under 5.5 minutes left. Adrian Griffin. Ball batted around. It goes back to Boston. Now the foul. Danny Manning.
They don't foul him here. He gets the putback. Now the Bucks have done a wonderful job of not fouling and not letting them get the ball back. That one they work, and it's Griffin on the trampoline.
Griffin is not a good free throw shooter.
And remember that on the second one, because if he misses, you don't want them getting it back in a reload.
64% from the line.
Both teams are shooting 51% in the game at this point. Identical, 50.7. Both teams with 12 turnovers. Bucks have more free throw attempts and makes.
Cassell bounces off Anderson and hits the shot, tied at 101.
They're not going to give him a call. I'll tell you what, he was bumped by Anderson right there in front of Joey Crawford. I mean, he was pushed back. He made it anyway. Tremendous shot by Sam.
Well, that's that fuse that's burning that we talked about. Contact, and he's not getting the calls because of a couple of verbal run-ins tonight and one technical. Into the corner, Adrian Griffin for three.
That looks good. Boy, Patapio has been a factor. That foul on Manning. Manning's given up a lot in terms of power and strength to Patapio, but Manning's made up for it in his skill department. Now watch this. Look at that. That's not a foul.
That's a reroute.
And Joey Crawford is standing right there within 3 feet of that play.
Timeout situation. Milwaukee 3 full timeouts and a 20. Boston 1. No 20s. 1 full. Danny Manning has 5 fouls. The Bucks have 14 fouls. Ball kicked. Shot clock will be held at 15. Remember the rule now. It does not go back to 24. If it was less than 14, it would be reset to 14. If it's above 14, it stays there. 4:25 in the fourth quarter. Kenny Anderson.
Take away the left, Glenn. Take away the left.
That's a 3 good for Walker.
What a shot. That's a big-time basket right there.
104
you got to
101.
take that away, Jim. You got to take that away.
Robinson stripped from behind. Adrian Griffin got him. He has 4 steals in this game.
Now remember that 3-point basket and the stop. If they pull away now, yeah, those are big plays.
Anderson to make it 106-101 Boston. 3:52 remaining at the Fleet Center.
Surely that can't be the trash bag she wanted taken out. Perhaps she's forgotten. A man's boot has been known to flatten garbage to the density of a fruitcake. That's right. Looks like someone just engineered himself a more efficient use of his time. Now that's living the high life.
Guess who's taking over Buzz Beer?
I'll double your profits inside of 2 months.
Guess what happens when Drew's bosses meet?
There's no reason we can't share it.
Guess who's working his butt off?
I didn't realize you were under so much pressure.
Thanks, Mimi.
I was talking to your belt.
Next, Drew.
Right after the Bucks game on Channel 24.
Did you ever wonder how your friends met?
Hey.
Next, Friends.
Tonight at 10 on Channel 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Gold Collection.
That's grade A merchandise. Too good for us.
That's USDA choice. Out of our league.
That's quality stuff. What do you want to do?
Let's take the whole collection.
Prestige Gold, pork, poultry, and choice beef at the New Century. Hey, it's a big deal.
Take a look at the Walker 3-point shot. See, Sam's too far back off of him, and he's got to be up there on him, denying that to make sure they don't get a 3 on you at that point. And this is Kenny Anderson on the spin, coming back what? To the left. Take the left away. He won't get all the way on you like that.
Walker's 3 was followed by an Adrian Griffin steal. The Anderson deuce. 5 quick points. The Celtics are up 106-101. The Bucks still own the fourth quarter, +5. We have some moisture around the Bucks bench after the timeout in the huddle. Hank Armstrong still trying to get the floor dry. And the crowd wants to have some action here. Sam Cassell to the baseline. Back for Robinson. That was a tricky pass with Pierce right there. Robinson, tough shot. He hits it. 106-103.
Main thing, the Bucks don't panic, and they didn't. They had to have that basket. Now they want to come back. There's still time, 3:25 to play. You check them here, you get the next basket.
Potapico open for the shot.
He's been a burner here in the fourth quarter. He's been major.
22 points for Vitaly Potapico. Robinson drains another one. Potapico with a season high 22 points. Paul Pierce scored 20 in the first quarter.
Very quiet in the second half.
Pierce can't get it to go. Another tip try comes away. The Bucks have it. John, have you noticed the Bucks have made a major run with Kenny Anderson in the game?
Right.
Overton and Barrows steadied the Celtics as they built a 21-point lead. Cassell hits it. It's 108-107.
Great play by Sam. He knows the 5-second call. It's been called on him once this year. He's not going to let it happen again. So he gets the quick clear out and the quick baseline play.
Cassell 9 of 20, 10 of 10 from the free throw line for 28 points. Just over 2 minutes left.
All right, here's the one you want to hold him, go down and score, and go ahead, Jim. Now.
2 minutes. Under 2 minutes. Potapico on the base. Reverse. No. Rebound. Manning. Knocked out. And Michael Smith first said Boston ball, and then he reverses himself. Now the Bucks were about to explode.
How did Potapico get to the baseline? I don't know. But there you see the ball knocked out of bounds. Okay, now they can take the lead, Jim. And boy, you're going to see a different Celtic situation. It keeps that collar gets tighter.
Tough shot, in, out.
All the way down.
Can't get it to go. That ball was at least all the way down. There you see the timeout situation. Boston with 1, no 20s. Milwaukee 2 fulls and a 20.
You got to hold them again, then you get that chance to work from the front again. This is where this defense is big right here. A lot of switching.
Ball lost. Pierce off his foot.
Yep.
Right to Cassell. Another turnover. Off the floor. Out on a jam for the lead at 109-108.
Wow, great play. It's again the defense forcing the turnovers and a 2-on-1 break.
Hang on, baby. We'll be back. 1:22 left.
Follow that play. Take off. Watch out. Easy.
The V6 Passat.
Nice car.
Quick, responsive, room for 4.
Hang on. Saw this in a movie once.
You know, there's more to life than beer. There's, okay, give me a minute here. Boy, there's gotta be something. Sometimes you just have to stop and smell the beer. Okay, that's long enough. Ice brewed so there's never any watered down taste. Ice House. Enjoy.
The home team is committed. Committed to getting into the playoffs. Committed to getting families into homes. Along with neighborhood revitalization efforts, the home team is breaking down the barriers to home ownership, sponsoring home buying fairs, and providing free information. The Bucks and the Fannie Mae Foundation, Milwaukee's home team.
Now watch the help from Cassell. Right there, Manning's there. Pierce tries to push the ball through, turns it over, and the Bucks explode to the basket. Ray Allen on the finish. See, it hits his foot as he tries to step around Manning, and Cassell's there to pick it up, get the assist, and Ray Allen in to the lanes and covering the boards quickly. Wow.
The Bucks have their first lead since they led 11-10. 196 points have been scored since that lead. 98 by each team. Anderson quickly to the basket. Sealed by Manning. It comes off the putback. Walker, no. Ball knocked out. Adrian Griffin, 25-year-old rookie, gives Boston the lead again at 110-109. Under a minute to play.
And that would have been a huge, because the Bucks then could have gone up by 3 or 4 and get a little bit of room. Here's the two-man game. It's been paying off. They stay home this time.
Allen, 34 against 34. Ray Allen beats Paul Pierce.
Jim, that is a phenomenal play. I mean, that is just a great athletic play. Man.
The Bucks are on their feet. The Celtics are on their feet on the bench. Both benches up watching this one. What a thriller. 30 seconds. Walker. Robinson on the takeaway.
And Ray Allen was right there with the help, got his hands around the ball of Walker, and then Glenn finished it off with the block. I mean, the differential's enough, Jim. You got to run it all the way down. Run it.
Ball lost.
Run it all the way down. 2.3-second differential. Because even if you miss, matter of fact, you might want to miss and tap it around a little bit and eat up that 2 seconds. Well, I'd rather have the basket. Yeah, they can't let it go that far. They're going to take it.
Adrian Griffin on the foul.
Now, I don't have to say how big these free throws are, do I? Okay.
I don't have to say how big this victory would be, do I?
I don't have to say how this would sting the Celtics, do I?
No. You having fun?
It's some more fun like this, I'll tell you. Get the first one, Tim. It's the tough one. He got it. Danny Manning coming out. Irvin Johnson in for defense, and Danny Manning did a great job.
15 points, 6 of 7 shooting, 3 of 3 from the line, not to mention forcing turnovers and rebounds and defense. Milwaukee 58% of the game since shooting 42% in the first quarter. Thomas.
All right, Jim, you got to extend your defense. See, they need a 3. You got to be up all the way around. Anderson all the way. That's okay. All right.
Well, obviously, Anderson was playing for the three-point play, not the three-point shot, and Rick Pitino is looking at him as if to say, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, but that's okay. And again, what's he get? The Bucks have got to take his left away. Don't let this guy go left. I mean, just push him back the other way. He is not going to be as effective. They wanted to make sure they didn't get the foul out of it. Now, if Ray gets both of these, they're going to have to launch a launcher.
Dana Barros is coming on with 3.1 seconds remaining. Allen hits the free throw. Kenny Anderson will stay. Adrian Griffin leaves. This has not been a particularly stellar night for Kenny Anderson. 8
match
points.
Up. You got to match up with these guys. Oh.
Topico has the rebound. 1 second.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Second. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's get out of Boston. Let's get out of here with a victory. 114-112. And that baby had iron and was way too close.
Oh, I guess it was. What a win by the Bucks.
And George thought he had to breathe hard the other night against Chicago.
Wow.
The last breath is always the best one. 114-112. What a comeback by the Milwaukee Bucks to go 8-5.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Is Miller Lite better because it tastes great or because it's so smooth? You decide. Taste a true Pilsner. Your Milwaukee and surrounding area Chrysler, Plymouth, and Jeep dealers. Pepsi, the joy of cola. Pepsi Cola is proud to be the choice of your Milwaukee Bucks. Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. Dodge, do not follow, do not conform, be different.
Want the lowdown on Dodge Durango? Here's where its best-in-class Magnum V8 power lives. It's longer and wider down here for best-in-class room up there. And say hello to best-in-class available towing. Want the best? Get a Durango. Me, I want one of these.